Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery. Glad you're with us today. Today we're doing the Expat Darien by Esse. I believe it's made by Condor, but before we get into it, let's do this. 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. It's a number that's staggering, and it's a number that we bring up every time in every video. I believe in it. Now, vets, I love you. I appreciate your service. Well, I respect your service and your sacrifice. I can't appreciate it because I've never done it. But I just want you to know that I love you and you have a place here. Don't fight this fight alone. Reach out. If you need help, please reach out to someone you trust. Now, we back to blue over here. Scab, how do you do that? Well, we don't break the damn law. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. It'll take one time. Now, sometimes it takes more than willpower, doesn't it? But get help. And that's the main thing of this channel, guys. Please reach out. If you need help, reach out. Get help. We want to support you, and we want to be here for you. We have no iron in the fire. We have no, it doesn't. I care about you, all of you, vets, Leos, my fellow addicts, because I am one. Now let's get into this thing after such fine, uplifting things. But uplifting or not, they got to be talked about because that's what we're using our platform for. Now here we have the Expat Darien. Again, I believe it's made by Condor for Esse. It's 18 inches overall with about a 12 3/8 handle, 1075 high carbon steel, canvas micarta handle, and the handle is uber comfortable. Now, remember, I still got some blisters, and I'm telling you, I never felt a thing. That handle's super comfortable. Now, y'all watch me cut up some bottles there with just blazing fast hands right here. Let's see what we got here. Look at Scab going to work, just swinging that son, like an old El Salvadorian right there, swinging that machete. Now, let's see what we're doing here. Oh yeah, y'all know y'all ain't gonna just see one bottle cut. This is probably the same bottles I've been cutting the whole time. I don't know. Got a little aggravated there with myself because I missed that one completely. There was one where I hit the bottle 3 times and missed the other one. It was bad. So here we are out in the woods now. I took a couple seconds and just kind of shot some footage around me as we went because I wanted y'all to see how gorgeous. It's kind of a tropical, swampy type area, but today it's in the 60s, and man, it is beautiful out here. Now, it won't be long, and you won't be able to walk out here some because of the moccasins and the mosquitoes, but for the next couple days, we're going to take advantage of it. Now, the main thing that I like about this machete is the handle. It's very comfortable. The other thing is it's about an 8-inch thick. It's light, it's fast, and it is incredibly sharp for a machete. It's got kind of that Scandi grind on it. I haven't done anything with it. This is straight out of the box. It's my guy Kirk's, and he wanted me to test it out, or said I could test it out. And it is awesome. Every now and then, man, you pick up one that's just perfect in your hand. And that's what I'm saying. For me, this one's perfect. I can't speak for everybody, and I'm sure somebody don't like it. That seems to be the deal with the knife channel. But I like it a lot. I think it fits Florida for sure. When you get in Florida, you get all kind of ecosystems. You get some tropical, you get some pine forest, you get a couple of oak ridges, you get a little bit of everything. But the main thing you need in Florida is a good machete. Now, having worked for years out in survey and utilities, I've used all kind of machetes. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's very, very few machetes that I've ever used that could beat a good South American machete. And I'm telling you, oh, it ain't made in the USA. No, I don't want a machete made in the USA. Some of you are going to get mad. I don't know what to tell you. Get mad all you want, because this is a damn good machete. Now, I like to buy the stuff where the best products are made. Now, I love USA. Been an American worker for 35 years on the books, okay? So I don't really care to hear the other. It's hard to beat this machete right here. Today, just going through the woods, it was versatile. Now, we went right through these palmettos like they weren't there, son. Now, like I said, it's light, fast. You didn't really, sometimes on these things, guys, when you're swinging it, and y'all know what I'm talking about, sometimes you're just kind of blowing the thing through there, you know, driving it through. This thing was sharp enough, it just glided with some quick, good chops and just cleaned everything up. Now, the thing we focused on, we didn't cut any trees down. We didn't do any of that. Cut some tree branches. The owner of the property wanted to start working on clearing some trails, so that's what we were out there doing today. Cut through some palmettos and those hated vines. Now, there's a ton of vines out here, and I'm telling you, it is kind of crazy because I've never noticed this part of the forest. It was like screened by some light pine trees and by some of those hell, I can't think of what they're called, little weed trees. Now here is a bundle of them hated vines. Let's see what the Darien can do right here, son. Again, 1075, high carbon steel. Well, you got to hit it first, son. There you go. I knew that was going to go right into the camera. I watched it go all the way back. There you go, Scab. Look at him, Scab, nimbly bimbly out here, son. Just tiptoeing through the woods like a damn gnome, son. Out here getting it done. Now, again, this thing's super sharp, super tough, full tank construction. It's got a canvas sheath. Sheath sucks, but we'll fix that. I mean, that's the beauty of owning a Kydex company. So we'll make us a little Kydex sheath for it, throw it on the back or on the side or on your pack, and it'll be good to go. But I had an Expat Libertarian, kind of a cleaver, and it may still be at the house. Same thing, made for Esse by Condor. And it was a really, really, really good cleaver. I think it's in my war chest. I'll have to dig it out. But now I'm going to tell y'all, this I would rate on par with a Tramontina. And if it's made by Condor, that would make sense, because y'all know I love Condor. And now I seen a comment on one of my Condor videos where a guy had said he was a little disappointed. He had done some light batoning or something and his edge had chipped. Here's the thing. I talked to Issac this morning, Issac The Noob, and guys, let me encourage you, if you want to reach out to me, direct message me, Messenger or Instagram, go ahead. I try to respond. But Issac and I were talking this morning about SOG and how they were making a comeback. Now here I just did kind of a panoramic view, just kind of let y'all see where we were walking. Plus I couldn't get the camera situated because I wanted to cut this vine. But one thing that we were discussing, and one thing I've discussed with a lot of guys, is not every knife is going to be perfect. I wish they were, especially when we're buying them, and that sucks. But every company is going to have a bad knife, and I understood what the guy was saying in his comment. He wasn't being ugly, he didn't trash it, he just said he was disappointed, and I don't blame him, especially when you buy Condor, because I'm a big Condor fan. But I've seen just about all the companies have a knife here and there. I had that cold steel that wasn't heat treated properly. And let me stop every damn fanboy right now. I got more cold steel than you do, okay? So I don't want to hear some of y'all just start breathing hard. Oh, Lynn Thompson, like Lynn invented knives. He didn't, okay? I like Lynn as good as anybody. Cold steel did not invent the knife. Hate to break that to y'all. I had one knife out of 90 that was bad. Did I stop buying cold steel? No. My whole point to this little rant was simply this. Here and there, guys, you're going to get a bad knife from a good company. It's how you handle it. It's how you go about it. Does that ruin the whole company for you? Well, if it does, that speaks more to you than it does them. Just being honest with you. Now, if you pay some big high dollar price, yeah, and somebody's going to say, Skip, it doesn't matter if you pay $5. Yeah, it does matter. It certainly does matter. Okay? If you handle yourself and you conduct, if you get a bad knife, just call them. Now, if their customer service sucks, then let it rip, son. Blast them. Blow them out of the water. But if you have one bad experience, just hit them up. Say, hey, man, this is what's going on. Send them some pictures. Try to be cool about it. I guarantee you they'll respond to you in a positive way, and you'll get your issue fixed. It's just too easy to do. Now, we got way off track there, as I have wont to do. And let's come back. Now, y'all see where I'm at. This is just gorgeous out here, man. And that's why I tried just to hit some of these vines. It went right through them. Hit some palmettos right through them. And this is tucked away like in a little pine forest. That's what's so cool about this little place right in here. We'll definitely bring the SP53 Bolo out tomorrow. I think my hand's feeling pretty good. And since I got asked about how it compares to the Marine Raider buoy, I think that'll be a good test. We'll bring both out. We'll do some light chopping on some vines. I've got a lot of wood out here that I've processed over the past 8 or 9 months that we can set up and do some really good testing on. And I'd like to do that because I love that SP53 and I love my SP10 Marine Raider buoy. So make sure you tune in to that tomorrow. And while I mentioned Issac, I'll put a link in the description to his channel. It's Issac The Noob. I think Adventures. I hate when I don't write that down. I'm actually doing the narrating out here in the woods for a little peace and quiet, other than the plane that's flying over. Now, here's a bigger, thicker vine. It's about 3 or 4 inches thick. Nah, it's about 2 or 3 inches thick, honestly. You got to watch old scab, son. I'll add a diameter on there. Now, the Expat had no problem with that. I'm really impressed with this thing, man. Like I said, 1075, high carbon steel. Very, very good, comfortable fit. It's a huge handle. Now, we're going to do the Donnie Be All Day drop test. And let me just say this. If anybody's ever wondering, I wanted to name something for Donnie because I love his channel, and to show just the courtesy and respect to him that he's always shown to me. Like I've said a million times, D-Bad was one of the first people who ever posted on a video, and he and Backyard Samurai and Josh from Jimmy Slash have helped me out a ton with their shout outs. But Donnie's done, I mean, just almost a ton of shout outs, and I'm so forever appreciative of that. So this is the Donnie Be All Day drop test. Throw the machete at the stump test, and then the D-Bad stab test. So I thought that'd be pretty cool. And then we're going to do the D-Bad scab what in the blue hell are you doing test, because y'all know it ain't going to be a video with old scab without some shenanigans going on. So do a few stabs right here. Now, there's no choil, there's no guard, there's no none of that. So while I did stick it in there pretty good, I didn't just go balls out. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can see right here. You can see right there, I did jab it in, and it had good bite. So overall, the balance of the machete is great. The feel is great. Now here's what I'm talking. Now the next couple minutes are going to be full of just dumbassery. Me messing with wood and playing around with the machete. It actually held up pretty good. I honestly don't know what I was thinking by doing all this. So luckily there's only a minute or a minute and a half. It's just like some little wood splitting and stuff like that. Some wood I had out by the house that I'm going to have to clean up anyway. So there's that. Now, I could have got it a little smaller, I guess, and just put a toothpick in there and swung it at it. But then, you know, that wouldn't have been quite as exciting as this. And I missed the whole damn thing. So there you go. Now, that's all the cussing I'm going to do for this one. I believe I did some cussing there. That's why I always turn the volume off while I'm actually shooting these. That way all the kids can watch. Now, here we go. I missed again. So we're going to get a bigger piece of wood, and let's see what we can do with a bigger one. Now, this is some of that old oak or cherry I had over there beside the house. Now, one thing I will say about the machete, while it is super sharp for a machete, while you probably could use it for a camp knife, I think you're better off to strap it on your pack and use it, you know, just kind of cutting a trail through the woods. You could use it for whatever. You really could. I like it. It's very comfortable. Now, this is one. There I am hammering a stick into the stump for some reason. Let's see if I can hit it this time. Oh, yeah. Right there, son. Making some little pieces of wood, because that's always important for whatever. Now, and it did a pretty good amount of chopping. I'll say this. I've chopped a good bit with it today. It was very tough, very durable. I like it. I mean, I really like it a lot. Very comfortable. Those canvas micarta handles really set it off. Well, guys, listen, I love y'all. God bless y'all. I'm so appreciative for everybody that subscribes and continues to subscribe. Onward and upward. Like my guy Mikey says, hey, everything's going to be all right. Well, I'm scared. You're not. I'm gone.